Isang malaking asam. And thank you so much guys, of course, kay Yahuwah. And big shoutouts sa asawa ko na nanonood ngayon. Big shoutouts, of course, sa mga patuloy na sumusuporta at talagang natataranta pag ganito ang mga title sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and kung saan pa man. Yan. So anyways guys, ako nga pala si Alseason. I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrency. Habang pinagsasabay-sabay ko ang lahat. Habang bilang isang middle class minimum wage earner dito sa US, habang gumagawa din ng business or habang nag-crypto din at the same time. Solid. So big shoutout sa mga nasa TikTok, big shoutouts of course sa mga nasa YouTube, big shoutout sa inyo guys. Maraming salamat. Yan. So just leave a comment, i-shoutout ko kayo guys, okay? So big shoutout sa inyo, kalila Nozri, kay Kuru-chan, official, big shoutout sa inyo. Big shoutout sa viewers natin sa YouTube as well. Okay, so let's start this. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so guys, I will admit we are in a very crucial situation. So right now, nagtitrade din ako at the same time. So we are now up by $10 and our target is 41. So right now, ang naging tanging signal ko lang is the RSI and the stochastic RSI by using the confirmation as well of the MACD or intensive MACD by Lazy Bear. So big shoutouts kay Lucky You. Yan sa mga nasa sa mga nasa live natin, please do like, share, subscribe kung ready na kayo sa mga ganitong chismis, okay? And tagtarin niyo yung comments natin ng number 3 at awesome, okay? So, yun na nga guys, this is a very important day as we are going to face a lot of news right now, no? So, we have flash manufacturing PMI and yung flash service PMI. So basically, hindi naman to sobrang importante but it is already happening on the CST. So why this is going to be reactive? It's just that we came from a bearish and boring day. Okay? So kung papansinin niyo, we did a sideways for a couple of days and weeks actually. So people were like, what's going on here? Like parang ano nangyayari? Bakit ganito lang tayo? So malaki yung chances natin na yun nga, we will be having a lot of SL hunting, etc. Which nangyari sa atin yan. Ang pangit na naging SL hunt natin dito. So hindi ko sinunod yung sarili kong rules na we trade above. So I got so greedy to the point where I had my long to be triggered right here only to be SL dito sa level na to. Okay, which is very understandable for me on my side because I don't usually trade on leverage and I always hunt for gems, no? So the play is still in meme play, okay, which is fun. We're making so much money right now. Okay, so let's say if right now we'll be selling this one, I just bought $10 of this one, but our targets is way above here, which is going to be I really know that this is going to be one of the new gems na binigay ko sa Discord. I know that this is going to be one of those gems na pop off anytime soon. So meron na din sa mga nasa Meraki na bayad na daw yung kanyang leave. Okay, kasi nag-absent siya. Ewan ko sa baliw na yun. Hindi ko naman ini-encourage yun. Ako, myself, hindi sa pinipilit. I'm super grateful that I have a job. Okay, I get to spend 4 hours away from cryptocurrency, trading, stocks, and ETFs, of course. It's very stressful kung ganun lang yung gagawin ko every day. And I'm not just built to just sit around and not move or exhaust my energy, no? So right now, this is one of those gems that I was able to find. I'm just like looking around, dabbling around with shit tokens lately. We bought around barely 230,000. No, it's already times 4. Yeah, no. So it's good, I would say. Okay, but I'm not gonna say like you guys buy kasi hindi ako ganong influencer. Yeah, I don't care about what you're gonna do about your money. Sa mga bago na nandito sa channel natin, you know me. I just let you know. Chismoso lang ako. I just let you know what I do, and it's up to you guys. Whatever you do, you want to do with your life, do whatever you want to do. Okay, sa akin, I just let you know, guys. Okay, pag nakapag-live ako, libre yung malalaman. Pero kung yung mga nasa Meraki, yung mga nagbabayad, they get the signal first. Okay? So last time we missed a lot of memes that I supposedly was about to buy. But I was like, you know what? I just have to focus on these people na hawak ko ngayon, which is yung nasa Meraki. I have to let them know something is about to come. And that's why we were able to really buy at 87, 81K. And yung iba sa amin, nag-short din nung nasa 90, 97, 98 tayo. Sinabi ko sa kanila. Then yung iba nagtitake picture na. So sabi ko, mag-TP na. So yun din yung sinabi ko dito kay Kuro-chan or kay kay... Okay lang babanggitin yung pangalan? Kikiluwa yan. Kasi yung name niya sa malay mo, totoong pangalan niya yun. So hindi ko alam. Okay, anyways. So right now, our trade is still up by $12. I'm not gonna close until it is time to close. We're just like following the VWAP line here. So, wala tong indicator na binebenta sa inyo. Lahat to libre, guys. You just have to find it and learn how to use Pine script so that you will be able to edit it according to your behavior as a trader. So right now we're 16. Okay, so what is the current standing of the market? Okay, so sa weekly, no? So dati sinasabi ko nung kamakailan pa, no? So we have two lines already here touching the trend line, the major trend line, which is the 300 week trend line natin. Then we have this bounce here, which is from November hanggang ngayon. So it's been holding. Okay, pero ang maganda dito is nag-fake out siya. So I was really seeing that this is a flat top. Ang ibang influencer sinasabi nila it is not flat top, it's a bear flag. So we'll see. We cannot just like assume it right away. But initially ang una nang natupad is flat top, then ascending trend line. Okay, so big shoutouts kay Eggsy, big shoutouts kay Azui. Yan, big shoutouts. Okay guys, konti lang yung nagla-like, pati yung mga nasa TikTok, YouTube. Please mag-like kayo ha. Okay, para makikita ko yung analytics natin kung totoo pa ba. Kasi binibigyan ako ng mga fake Yan. Okay, so sorry guys, tinitingnan ko lang yung statistics natin kasi nagfa-fluctuate yung internet. Anyways, let's go ahead with our signal here. So sa weekly, no, so sabi niya we are getting this so this is not the usual this is a Pine script edited already. If you search intensive MACD, you will get this as well with volume aggregated indicator. So sa akin, ang settings ko nagpapakita na siya ng bearishness, no? So to mind you, this had shown like 2 days ago, actually yesterday, not 2 days ago, yesterday. Okay? And sabi niya it's bearish kasi nagdump nga siya. So we'll see if this will be going to proceed to that situation. But to give you a brief recap doon sa natin sa naging RSI analysis natin, I did a slight change. Okay, 80, 50, 20 na siya. Okay, then ang ginawa ko is we will not wait for this one already. So ano ibig sabihin nun? It should go down already. Yun ang sinasabi nila. But what happens? Yun yung magandang tanong Hindi ako yun, guys. So what happened? Ano nangyayari pag ganyan? So what I say is this can still plummet without having the price to really plummet back to 60K. Okay, that could happen. Okay, how? By slow dampening, no? So pwedeng mangyari yon. So that is going to be painful naman sa others natin. So ito lang yung problema natin sa others. Okay, everyone is trading, no? So this is a very healthy volume for me. Okay, if you will ask me, this is very healthy volume. Pero pag lumabas tayo dito, walang sasalo ng volume natin. So it means, pag nagkaisa yung mga tao na ibagsak to, babagsak talaga to. So same thing here. Okay, same thing here. Pag dinaanan natin yung point of control or the POC line, okay, what will happen is we will be able to just keep on reaching for new highs. Okay, hindi naman malabo na, no, na makahanap tayo ng 500 billion out of nowhere. Okay, andali na lang mag-print tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, hindi na unique yung pera. So, we are in a cup and handle situation where it got rejected. So, what happens usually sa mga ganitong structure? Okay, if this materializes, what will happen is we have this one, di ba? So, nag-reject siya, di ba? So, dapat ganito yung naging move niyan. Okay? Or, wait lang, mali. So, kunyari cup and handle, usually, di ba ganyan lang yan? Di ba ganyan yan? Baga, meron kang mini dito, tapos meron kang malaki. So, dapat ganon. So, itong nangyayari sa atin ngayon sa others, which is the altcoin season indicator or chart, is we do this, and we are about to do this. Okay, parang ganyan. Pero let's not assume. Okay, kasi nakabase ang tagal neto sa tagal neto. Ganyan yan. Okay. So, the question is, pag titingnan natin, what do you think? Okay. So, what do you think? Okay. So, agudin natin ito dito. Lagay natin, isagad natin yung ano. Kaya pala nagre-reject talaga doon. Nandito yung POC natin. So, ganito gagawin natin. Hagudin natin siya dito. Yan, sa may start point. Okay, so nakita natin siya, di ba? Meron na siya tayong ganito. Okay? Ngayon, the question is, gaano katagal to? Okay, that should be yung tagal din nito. Okay, so let's see. Okay, if we're gonna just use the pattern base. Yan. Okay, so we are beyond the date already. So the question is it failing? I would say no, not yet, because we're not feeling the bottoms. Okay, so it means we're still intact doon sa chart natin, which is dalawang beses na siya na-touch. The good thing is higher yung second touch natin. The question is, what happens if we touch this one the third time? It will break. Okay, definitely. But simula nung nag-second time siya, dapat nag-break na siya. Okay? Pero sa upside natin is meron na tayong isa, dalawa, tatlo, and the question is, what will happen on the fourth? Of course, breakout yan. Okay? So, it's not me who's declaring the rules right here. Okay? This is the dogma of market structure. Okay? So, we're talking about market structure here. Big shoutouts kay Overflow at kay Stephen Linos. Big shoutout sa inyo. Okay, we're talking about the dogma of market structure here. Okay, so if we look at this one as well, if you have a long gap right here, okay, you don't need to complete the three touches. Okay, what you need is a strong structure first before you really have to break it. And we are now producing that. Okay, the question is, where are you bearish at? Bakit ka bearish? Ba't mo nasasabi na baka walang altcoin season na mangyari? I'm looking at a trend line. Okay, so no bias, sasalaksakin ko lang yung lagay. Okay, so it means we are below the trend line. Okay, how can this reverse? Okay, we need to produce a W before we can say, hey, okay, this is just a fake down. Don't worry, no panic. We already dipped there and we were able to go up. Okay, so we need to do a W here. So it means we need to produce bullish sentiment or news. I mean, bullish news and bullish fundamentals. Kung ano man yung mangyayari sa cryptocurrency, we need to do that so that we can push the bullish sentiment naman or produce a bullish sentiment for cryptocurrency. Okay, so now nakikita natin na meron tayong overhead here. Okay, so we need to break this BOS line too. Okay, that is very important. So if we fail to do that, okay, that's gonna be bad news for cryptocurrency. So same thing here na nakikita naman natin siya, it's a repetitive action. So we're just replicating here is because this is a collective of all emotions in respect of time, producing a actual move in the market, producing a market structure. Okay, so we're now looking at this line. Okay, the question is, tama ba yung mali nga to? Sabi na nga ba, 20 yan. Okay yan. Ito, mali din to. Hindi, tama pala to. Okay, so now, we are above already. Okay, what usually we want to see is a rejection. Okay, we are now rejecting. The question is, what happens whenever there's rejection? Okay, in a market that is already in a bearish market, okay, or in a very sideways market, what happens is we always see a sideways move. Okay, but it's not really good for alts. Okay, why? It's because historically we always have this capitulating capitulating events in the market. Now, so we have this. Okay, and that did not sound really good for cryptocurrency when we were here. Ano yung mga naririnig natin? The market is going down, the market is already entering the altcoin season, babagsak, etc., etc. Okay, so now, yun yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay, the market is in a very confusing fundamentals. Okay, why? It's because this is our first time to be mixed with the institution in full-blown situation. So sabihin natin, like katulad niyan, we are fully exposed to ETFs already. We're fully exposed to siphoning of fiat to stablecoins. Okay, OTC and enterprises trying to flock in. Okay, we're trying to bridge in yung mga techs natin or yung traditional finance, resolving their problems when it comes to offline services, diba? Or offline times. They want to be online at most times or every time, so that they will be able to really trade or mas magkaroon pa sila ng revenue or may pasok pa na may pera pa na mas marami pang perang pumasok sa crypto, kasi hindi lang naman ni isang oras ng mundo, no? They want everyone as well to be able to trade these tokenized assets. So that's why tokenization is going to be a really big thing as a resolution for traditional finance. Okay, so now, yeah, RWA is going to be another thing that we will be talking about, but not right now. So, sorry. Pakita yung anime. Teka, sorry. Maling tab. Okay, so, eto na. So, ang news mamaya is really depends, okay? But this is a very alarming news for us. Okay, I want to talk about this, which is yung natin sa Japan, no? Sa Japan natin. So I've been talking about BOJ, liquidity, etc. And I think I was able to give you guys already the basics of that one already. So there's no need for us to really talk about it deeply. So I'm just gonna tell you about what I really think. Okay, what I really think about what's about to happen to the market. Okay, so let's talk about this, and this is a full story. So this is a very, very, very long story. Hindi lang to isang tab lang na to. Okay, so the BOJ kept they kept the interest rates at the same, 0.75, pero ang daming mga fake news na naglilipanan na they're going 1, they're going 2. There's so much fake news already, and they're trying to leverage on the yung tinatawag na engagement, kasi sobrang sikat niyan sa Twitter or sa x.com. So they did not hike this meeting, so it is going to be hawkish, no? So in other words, and this is what they said. Ito na sasabihin natin. Sabi nila, we think Japan's economy will grow better than we expected. Okay, so lalo na yung ginawa ni Sanae lately, which is yung dun sa pag-eliminate nung nila. So they did a snap election as well, which is a really bold move para kay Sanae. But let's see what will happen there. Then also, sabi doon, we still think inflation is a problem. Okay, no shit. Actually, it is. Okay, for all countries. And it feels like all of the countries are still pretending that they really know what is supply and demand. Okay, this theory has been going on for so long and no one really wants to resolve it. That's the problem there. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, tapos, isa pa, is sabi nila, so the rate hikes are still on the table later. So it means, mamaya resolve nila, they have to just like tackle the roots of this problem, which is lending of money and lending money at a zero cost. And everyone's been borrowing money, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're just bringing down the system so that the banks will not be able to borrow from other countries, specifically US, in order to buy risky assets in the United States too, which is stocks. Okay. So, I think Donald Trump is really trying to attack the banks in the United States. Okay? So, ang unang fire niya dyan, ang unang pasabog niya dyan is, capping on the interest rates. No one should be able to cap, no one should be able to ask interest at more than 10%. Because that's ridiculous. No one can pay that. Okay, so sabihin natin kung may $5,000 kang utang or $1,000 na lang, you have to pay $300 just to, keep up with your, with the interest, no? Interest pa lang yun. So, bukod pa yung monthly payments mo na kailangan bayaran. So, it's really crazy, guys. Okay, so, now, ito na yung isa pa kong gustong pag-usapan, which is yung how they mention the raise its growth estimate. Okay, so yung BOJ natin kasi they are more optimistic about Japan's economy, which is I really like about Japan. Okay, when they have a problem, they just come as one. They don't just like, alam mo yan, hayaan lang nila yung issue, yung problem, etc. No, they're not like that. Or they're just gonna fight each other inside. No, I really don't think about I don't see Japan as being like that. Okay, so the thing is, okay, how I see it is more growth is equals to more job spending or business activity that they have previously forecast. Kung sakaling, okay, they will pursue to really have a fix dun sa nangyayaring liquidity. Okay, but yung maintained its hawkishness inflation forecast na sinabi nila. Okay, they will expect inflation to stay strong enough that they need to stay strict. Yan lang yung sasabihin ko dyan. So it means hawkish here, okay, is equivalent to we're willing to raise the rates to fight inflation. Okay, which is not gonna be really good. Okay, and banks is gonna be not so happy about that. Okay, it's also implying that they're not thinking about cutting rates soon. Okay, yan yung napapansin ko lang dito. That's why there could be no altcoin season 2 as well, because this is what brought us into this situation, why there has been sideways move for Bitcoin. Okay, so we got rejected dito, so let's see what will happen from here. Pero we're good still. Okay, so let's go with ito. Okay, so for crypto, crypto reacts more on US global So, but I'm not gonna be so complacent here, guys. Okay, hindi tayo magpapa-complacent. I'm just letting you know. Yun naman yung totoo We're not so reactive with UK, Australia. We're not so reactive with Russia, unless Russia is waging war, no? Just like in Ukraine, etc. No? So, yung crypto reacts yung crypto natin reacts more to US global liquidity rather than BOJ alone. Okay? So let's not worry about it too much. And that's why when I discussed about the liquidity, hindi ko inalone yung BOJ. But we had a prediction there when I said like BOJ could be something as well if we reach the 70s inflation. Kasi during that time we are na 25-50 lang, we're predicting along those lines. And now we are stagnating at 75. Okay, what are the chances that we go 1? Okay, this is gonna be a dangerous prediction as the market could really collapse from there because 1% is really big in terms of BOJ. So here's my thing. Okay, here's my TLDR on this very long report. Okay, yung BOJ natin, they held the rates at 75%. You just have to look at that, 0.75 rather. Okay, but it sounded confident, but also this is for their growth. And still, they are still worried about yung doon sa inflation topics natin. And they're implying that more rate hikes could come. Okay, if there will be no good numbers for their inflation. Kumbaga hindi humuhupa. So if you want, we can talk more about that sa chat natin sa Discord. If you will talk there, pwede kayo mag-chat sa Discord natin. So sali lang kayo sa Discord. So yan, na-obliterate na yung ating profit. So let's see what will happen here. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. If may SL, ganun talaga. So it is only 22 laban sa $41 natin. So let's see what will happen. Okay, so may isa pa akong gusto pag-usapan. Ito yung sa altcoins natin, pero let's go with your main topic, which is what am I looking at, why there could be no altcoin season. Okay, so balik tayo doon sa natin, sa BTC natin. Okay, ito Bitfinex. Yan. Okay. So usually on our RSI what we always see is a 3 down or 3 capitulating events. And we don't usually see more than, okay, so unless except in this one, no? So ngayon, whenever we do, okay, especially if bumulwak siya sa ibabaw, it will be a really painful drop. Since hindi naman siya umibabaw, not yet, I guess, okay? Hindi pa siguro. We still have 2 days. We'll be able to see if the market is going to crash back to, okay, I'm still looking at 70, if you will ask me, 74, okay, which is the last, okay, or eto muna. So, yung ating 78. Everyone wants this 78. Okay, pero extreme bullish talaga pag nag-bounce sa 84K. Okay, why? It's because it's the Fibonacci level natin. So I'm just gonna look at that level. Nandun din yung trend line natin. If that holds there, then I'm very sure we are in a bullish momentum. Okay. Big shoutouts kay Felan TV. Yan. Big shoutouts sa mga nasa TikTok din natin at nasa nasa YouTube. Big shoutouts sa inyo, guys. Hindi ko makita yung live natin sa TikTok. Anyways. Yan. Hindi ko siya makita. Tinitingnan ko eh. Hindi siya na-review. Or baka yung visibility ko sira. Sira nga. Anyways. Okay, so, una is why there could be no altcoin season. Okay. Una is yung liquidity natin is staying tight. Okay, so isa din sa prediction ni Kiyong Ju. Okay, so yung mga people are trying to sell their Bitcoin on a loss. Okay, but again, like I said to you guys, yung mga nagsisell is yung mga new asset, newly created wallet. Sorry, nadidigay ako. Okay, so now yung Bitcoin natin, it's also absorbing the demand. That's the point there. Okay, yung institutions natin, they often buy BTC first, okay? But they also want to put this in a bot trade, okay? They only close this whenever some key levels are broken. Okay, but they were able to really make money in that situation, no, na puro sideways lang sila, no, sideways lang. Kung ang ano nila is ito, at itong level na to, they've been making so much money there. Okay, yield lang talaga. Okay, volume per volume, which is, for me, it's not a crime. Okay, it's just that like it's this market is like full of manipulation. Tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo, it's not in our hands anymore. Okay, but we just have to be like reactive. Okay, we cannot just like predict the market anymore. Okay, we're not that good anymore. Not because we slack, no. It's because it's just that the institution are really good at hiding it in plain sight. This is their art. Okay, they've been breeding this. They wake up and they snort this. No, singot talaga nila tong market na to. Okay, ito na yung ano nila, buhay nila. So, di ba? Tayo, kailan lang ba tayo nag-crypto? 2017. Tapos yung talagang serious mode talaga na fully conviction first quarter ng January ay ng 2021. So what do you expect, 'di ba? Sila, they will be kicked out. No, matatanggal sila sa market. Ay matatanggal sila sa trabaho nila kung hindi sila makakapag-perform ng tama sa mga trades sila. But yeah, those are the things that I noticed. They've been absorbing the so that they can both trade this or AI trade this. But also there are too many coins and there's not enough buyers. Okay, so scattered yung pera. So just like this one, ayun naman ang maganda dito. That's why it's really good for meme. Kung marunong kayo mag-trade ng meme, then trade memes. Nasa sa inyo. Okay? I don't encourage it. Do paper trades, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo, pera nyo yan. Okay, pero I would suggest is to meme trade if you have paper trade. Okay, paper trade lang talaga to. Okay, so yun yung sasabi ko sa inyo. Now, I want to let you know is there are too many coins. Okay, pero pag nagkaisa sila, grabe, kaya nilang ipasok yung isang token into 1 million, even in 1 billion, in 100 million market cap out of nowhere, no? So, ito pa isa kong gusto sabihin is maraming unlock or vesting supply overhang. Okay, yung mga nag-pending, mga teams na ayaw mag-docs, okay? Mga VCs na ayaw mag-trade unless yung kabilang VC bibili. Diba? Treasuries na it just don't make sense. Okay? And most of this have scheduled tokens to sell, okay, which caps the upside, no? So, mga unlocking, etc. So, yan. If we flush that out, probably, then we may be able to see a real altcoin season kasi isa sa mga catalyst eh. Okay? Yung mga malalaking assets talaga na talagang may mga malalaking holdings. Okay? So, katulad ng sabihin natin, okay, ano ba yan? Mga sabihin natin, Cardano, di ba? So, ano pa ba yung may mga malalaking laking ina, di ba? Pendel, ano pa ba? Yung isa pang sabihin natin yung mga naglalak sa Aster, yan. Okay, yung mga na FOMO doon, na Dorobo ni CZ, yan. Isa yun sa mga yan. Okay. So isa pa is yung sa natin, yung regulatory risk natin. 'Di ba? Na pending nga yung sa sa pinag-uusapan nating clarity. 'Di ba? Gusto ko na talaga lumabas yung clarity ng malaman eh. Gusto kong magkaalaman kasi baka mag-sell the news din yan. Kaya mas maganda ngayon na i-release by this Q1. Okay, so that it will be a long-lasting bull run for the whole 2026 so that we can exit already. Okay, then we also have like a narrative rotation, of course, that is too fast, that it cannot be held. Okay, it's just that like it feels like retail is also wanting not to be controlled by the institution, so that's why they keep on trading where they can. Whatever happens to their money is they just wanna, just lose it. Whatever happens, bahala na, parang ganun. Okay. Then also, everything cycles in gambling, AI, memes, L2s, and micro alts na ang bilis nila mawalan ng pera. Okay? So, there is always a situation where they pump and dump, tapos not sustained, tapos they have this kumbaga broad market run, 'di ba? Nangyayari siya. So dito din papasok yung meme coin gravity. Why I really think there is no move, okay, lately is because yun nga, sa memes natin malimit tayong meme season. Okay, katulad nung lately lang nagkaroon tayo ng pump sa sa Pepe, sa Sheep, kala nila meme season na ulit, etc. No, it's just like a four run. Okay, pinapakita lang sa inyo ang itsura ng meme season. Okay, kasi meme season is like a marketing thing, di ba? Marketing thing. Yung marketing, okay, basta marketing yan ng cryptocurrency. Okay, so even Foxy went up a little bit then went down. Boom, ganun kabilis, no? In just 2 weeks, nawala agad and lugi ka ba? Okay, so isa pa, gusto kong ulit tignan tong Wojak, pero I'm very sure na babagsak pa to ng isa pa. Okay, isa pa yan, tas bago yan umangat ng malupit talaga. No? Like, ganyan. Ayan, ganyan. So let's see what will happen here, kasi overheated na siya. Ayaw sumunod ng RSI natin, yung stochastic natin medyo nag-overheat na eh. Okay, so yan sa so I'm not gonna pursue Wojak too much, okay, but isa kasi yun sa mga OG memes. Okay, I'm not saying like OG meme coin. What I'm saying is OG meme, kasi pag nagpo-4chan kayo dati or babad kayo sa Reddit, okay, or sa 9gag, Wojak talaga, pati Pepe. Isa lang naman yun sa naging indicator ko, kasi dati babad talaga ako sa mga memes pag computer lab namin eh. Kaya wala talaga akong natutunan sa wala akong natutunan tuloy sa coding, wala akong natutunan sa mga HTML coding, no? Visit na yan kasi puro ako memes. Puro ako 9gag eh. Okay, anyways, so dito na papasok yung doon sa fragmented liquidity cross chains natin, 'di ba? So mapapansin niyo, ang daming volume hacking, volume trading just to like really farm airdrops. Okay, kalat yung pera. Okay, so yung volume natin splits across many ecosystem. There is no single alt index to get a powerful trend and to declare it onto the news so that people will be able to flock into it. So unlike with when hyper liquid was able to make it to the news, everyone flocks in and everyone wants to buy that token or coin already. And that surged from $12 to $60, which is really good run. Okay. Then also we have the trust that has been broken by many famous personalities, mapapolitics or ano man. It's just like really dismayed yung mga tao natin or mga tao, okay? Sa nangyayari. So kahit mga pag-governor, mga ex-mayor, even the president right now, before he became a president, launched a meme. Okay, there's just so much distrust, no? So we also have like a macro shocks in the market, okay? We have wars or geopolitical war, biological wars, we even like have kidnapping, abduction, etc. We have credit events, of course. We have recession fears, bubbling fears, and also like yung people de-risking, okay? And they want to really buy gold, silver, and tungsten or even copper, no? So that is very evident, and we are running for another new altcoin run, no? So right now we have A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so this needs to happen. So A, B, C, D, E, or probably a higher E, so that we can form a divergence. So let's see if that divergence will be able to manifest. So right now our liquidity is not really good. I mean, our trading volume for Pepe is not really good. Much as for Shiba Inu, I really don't think Shiba Inu will be able to survive this one, as they are experiencing zero trading volume, no? So it's really sad. Okay, one of the memes na talagang kumita ako kahit na nasa call center pa lang ako. This is very sad, I would say, no? But this is one of those memes na talagang early ko binili, 2021 pa lang. I saw Shiba Inu. Shiba is like one of the first meme to rival the OG memes along with the Floki. When I give it to you, we were able to make 60x on Floki nung nandun pa lang tayo sa August ng 2021 with with also the Chismos already being alive. Okay, so yeah, ito na. So this is why I think there will be a bull market, altcoin season for crypto. So let's be technical on this one. Okay, we have markets here. So let's go with our Bitcoin dominance. Okay, if we are looking at Bitcoin dominance, we are seeing a potential bull run. Okay, which is, you don't like a bull run for dominance. If this stays at 60, this is going to be hurting the market. Okay, so why? We made a high during June 23, 2025, which is the best time to buy. Okay. But if you are going to look at the market, how low can this go? Which is good news for you guys, is this one. Okay, 43%, 90. That is how low it could go. By just like looking at the previous low as well and trying to navigate the previous high. Okay, or let's be lenient or aggressive on our Fibonacci by putting it here, okay, which shows the same thing. Okay, we are very close to this, okay, which is this one. Okay, so that is the lowest, but the question is, when are we going to reach that low? Diba? Yun yung mahirap dyan. We're not here to really predict the market. A real good investor or trader is not about prediction. It's all about analysis. And here's what I have as an analysis. Okay, we are about to enter 62, or at least one last time to reach 62%. Okay, before we really drop really sharp, really fast. Okay, boom. Tapos bali ganito ang magiging move niya. Okay, bumalik siya 62. Babalik siya sa pababa. To confirm that, this is how it wants to go down. Okay, babagsak talaga siya, bubutasin yung moving average. But before it does that, it will do this. Okay, so that's gonna be for a full 1 month or 2 or even 3. Okay, then yung mga magiging sunod dyan is iisipin nila tapos na yung bull run ulit. Kasi nga, ang bilis lang ng mga previous bull run, tsaka tutuloy ng mas matagal na bull market season, which is going to create a sideways here. Okay, ganyan yung nakikita ko dito until 2027. Could be, probably, can happen until Q1, but I won't bet it. Okay, doon na ako sa kung ano yung sinasabi lang ng indicators natin. Okay, to confirm, okay, yung ating pag na-confirm yung on-chain natin, which is NUPL, MVRVZ, even RSIs natin na lagi natin tinitignan. Okay, isa yan. So, if BTC matures, okay, profit rotation happens. Okay, isa yan sa mga fundamentals na hindi naiintindihan ng mga taong nagsasabi na nasa 4-year cycle mindset. Okay, late bull markets often go. Okay, so we have BTC leads, ETH or Ethereum follows, and yung altcoins natin will be exploding in the next month after these manifest or materializes. So if Ethereum, okay, outperforms BTC, so if we go to Ethereum, we'll be able to see, okay, a chart here for Bitcoin. There you go. Okay, so to mind you guys, we released this back in February ng 2025. Okay, and sorry, may nagpapakitang aggregated volume. Okay, so we are seeing this move, and the question is, will it move or sustain? Okay, so hindi ibig sabihin na yung market natin doesn't go down for Ethereum / BTC is, okay, bullish for the whole altcoins. We're just talking about Ethereum here. Okay, there is a lot of fundamentals that we have to look at. before we can say, hey, this is a real bull run. Okay? So now that's why it is creating this sideways move. We predicted it by using this previous move from a previous or past moves in the market. So it's funny that we have this long and sumakto siya din doon. Okay, I was really predicting this back in February in 2025. You can go back there, tas nilapag lang natin siya, and now it's doing it. Okay, so if this goes up, what happened? Okay, it will meet the scary rejection. Okay, kasi nandito yung moving average. But that doesn't mean that we will be heavily rejected to go down. No, it really depends on the market fundamentals or the market turmoil or the situation of the whole market. So sabihin natin BOJ, okay, US becomes so reactive to it because, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, then, therefore, what happens is magiging bearish siya. Okay, but if the market remains undecided and parang ang boring-boring naman, hindi nila napapansin, umaangat na yung market. Okay, kasi inipinoprogram kayo sa boringness ng market. Why? Why do they want that? It's because that's the institutional play. Okay, this is the smart move play or the smart money play. They don't want you to be able to participate so that they can play with the yield, and by the time they have enough money into the market, a real money that they can buy this asset, okay, they will be able to reap a lot of gains by longing the market and also doing spot hold. Okay, so that's how they play it. So same thing with the short term. So we have to look at the regulatory clarity as well. So let's say on the Q2 or Q1, by the end of Q1 or before the end of Q1, they released the Clarity Act and it was so good. Okay, it's something that cannot be sold, sell the news. It will reap the market talaga. Okay, kasi sobrang ganda niya. Clearer rules, okay? Then democratizing siya. Hindi siya parang anti-privacy, okay? But it can involve kumbaga, it has a really good unlock listings, really good rules about institutional participation. Okay, then there is a great demand on the premium. Okay, so pag nag-great demand sa premium because it was so clear for the old people and it was being offered in the banks, then there's no problem. It means it is a good law to pass. Okay, so next, better tokenomics. Kumbaga yung mga assets natin, nevertheless, meme coins, okay, or whatever they created in the pump.fund, etc. Yung mga nagmi-memes doon, ang gagaling na rin gumawa ng tokenomics. Syempre may AI naman, pero I've been seeing a lot of like iba't iba or dynamic tokenomics. Medyo natututo ako sa mga new tokenomics. Mas natututo pa ako ngayon sa memes ng pagbabasa ng tokenomics kasi ang gagaling na nila. Okay, yung iba dito nagfa-fundraising lang para sa competition nila sa painting. Okay, dito ako nakakita ng mga memes na malulupit. So, yeah, here's what I want to let you guys know, okay? With the stablecoins supply growing, I don't like it, okay? I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, but it could be also a driven factor or force why we will be going to go higher. Okay, why I think we're going to just go, long run or long term bullish. Okay, it's because I think they're just parking it. Okay, but it's just not yet enough for them. Okay, but the question is, kailan ba naging enough sa mayaman? Nagganib talaga or nirurule ng pera yung enough, diba? So we have to really know. Okay, so let's say rising stablecoin market cap often signals a new dry powder kasi powder. So usually when we have a lot of surge of USDC dominance, no? it often leads to a max buying, no? So nangyayari siya. Okay, so sabihin natin surge, ito katulad nito nag-surge, massive printing, boom, lumipad yung market. So same thing here. We have a little bit of easing, pero ang dami nag-print ng pera, etc. So everyone's like playing with yields and everything. Yan, nag-surge siya. Okay, but for Bitcoin, it went down. So we need to learn what is the reason why there was a surge, no? So ito yan, bumagsak siya. Pero nevertheless, umangat siya by April. So umangat siya. Umangat siya tama, March and April. So March, April, doon nag-angatan ulit agad yung market natin. Okay, so if we go back to USDC, ganun yung nangyari, di ba? So, November, December, okay, umangat yung market. Pero nandito na tayo sa confirmation, which is nandito sa BOS. Okay, ito yung BOS natin. Okay, market was like pumping so crazy to the point na parang, okay, what's this? Okay, it means people are just converting their holdings into USDC or USDT. Okay, so yun yung kailangan natin bantayan. Medyo mahirap basahin yung stablecoin supply natin. Okay? But it's becoming easy to read as well. So we just have to be patient on this one. Okay? So now, next is yung real product traction natin. So dalawa lang yung asset na talagang tinitingnan ko dyan. Okay? So one is yung RWA, real world assets, tokenization, bonds, funds, and mutuals, or even ETFs, etc. Then, pangalawa is yung TPIN. Okay, it's weird that I'm talking about this, but obviously, these are the sectors that become obviously useful for resolution or resolving the traditional finance. Okay, if you don't think that that's the thing, okay, bala kayo sa boy nyo. Nasa sa inyo yan. Kayo naman yan eh. Okay, but that's how you really think it is. Okay, this resolves the problem of the traditional finance, where they can go online and have the AI control everything. So, but hindi AI? It's just like, oh, AI is so vague to talk about na bakit AI. There's a lot of things that AI can resolve, and that's the problem there. Okay, it's just too many things too many things are all at once. Okay, so but right now, what is very clear when things go up, okay, I'm very sure that these two narratives will really stay in the market to perform in a very long term. Hindi yung basta isang biglaan tapos lipat na ulit. Hindi. I really think RWA is going to be a thing, and also DeepIn. So you can attach AI into it. So sabihin natin DeepIn AI or RWA AI. Nasa sa inyo. But it will be too risky for me. That's why I don't want to go with AI anymore, because I have a lot of AI that really drained my profits when we were really making money. Then next is yung yung sa risk appetite returns globally. Okay, so if yung equities natin are strong and volatility natin is low naman, okay, yung alts natin, what happens? Okay, it's like Bitcoin dominance as well, and Bitcoin price, okay, the alts tend to catch a bit. Okay, it means there is a high probability that we are going to reach a new all-time high for alts or the others. Okay, these others. So for now, if I'm looking at the market, there's a chance na we just go dip here for now. Tapos tayo angat. Ganyan. Ganyan. Which is more ideal kung titingnan, ha? So I think we're trying to flush out everything, but this will be super quick. That's what I know. Okay, ganyan siya. Tapos yan, nagda-W siya. Yan, mas cleaner. Ganyan siya. Kasi dahil dito meron tayo dito. But yeah, I'm just basing on market psychology flips as well. If magkaroon ng flip sa market psychology natin, okay, once people believe that altcoins are back already, it will be just a domino effect. What I just really don't hope is everything flows back to memes alone. Okay, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be scary. Okay, I will be needing to admit that to you. Okay, it will be super crazy and scary at the same time. Okay, but okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, pating. Okay, is people are easy to FOMO. Okay, easy to blind them. Okay, same thing. Pag nafa-FUD kayo ngayon, nalulungkot kayo, nasad kayo, ang bilis nyong emotionally damaged, no? So, that's the thing that needs to be harvested in this market. Okay, they want to harvest more emotions. But, like I said, okay, how I really just want to see this market is this. Okay, you have to play more on this side. Okay, more sideways. Okay, just to feed the greedy institutions and feed them with yield. Okay, if this plays out, then I'm very sure, okay, the last dump is going to be the best buying opportunity, and you can clip this one. That's how I really see it too. Okay, that's how I wanna see things as well, with major assets like that are really going to make him come back. Sabihin natin si Sui, hindi pa tapos, but we made a buy. Why? It's because I really just like Sui. It's gonna reap so many profits for me, and I'm very sure, okay, when it makes a comeback, it's gonna be a lot. Okay, but okay, where can I short Sui? Here, you can short Sui at that level. Okay, which is this. No, actually, pwede nyo na is-short yan dito pa lang. Yan. Okay, why? Okay, because yung RSI natin tumitiklop na rin, and yung RSI din natin dito titiklop na rin. So, we have to see another wave down. Okay, then another, parang ganito siya nakikita. Wave down to, isa pa. Okay, then magkakaroon tayo ng magandang sideways dito. Okay, ganyan. Okay, so this could last like until July, pwede yung mangyari, or April, May, June, July. Okay, pwede yung mangyari. Okay, na may sideways dyan. Okay, dito na yung punto na mawala na ng pag-asa yung mga tao. Okay, so ang pinaka-secret ko lang dyan, kung hindi ako mali, okay, sabihin na lang natin, yung mga crosses ang babantayan ko palagi sa mga major alts. Okay, we're talking about major alts. Okay, I'm not talking about anything that is so new. Okay, so sa hyperliquid din, ganun ko siya tignan. Okay, since wala tayong crosses dito, saan na lang tumiklop yung market. Okay, or support and resistance, dito lang tayo titingin. Diyan ako maglalaro. Worst case scenario, sabihin natin, since may fair value gap tayo dito sa daily time frame, dito ka hago din to. Okay, but anything can come back for this one. Any asset just like such as like hyperliquid that are being used every day, even pump that fund, no? So everyone is like still trading and pump that fund. Okay, it will come back. It will just make the comeback. Okay, so same thing with Ondo. Sabihin natin, everyone's like really trading their indices there, mutuals or bonds or whatever, their tokenized assets then. Therefore, okay, ganda ng distribution dito. YCAP schematic to. Okay, one more, I think there will be one more drop, okay, sa 25 cents or even, okay, sa 30 cents. Okay, pero it is already super down. Nakita naman natin siya dito. So, isa pang bagsak nito sa RSI, stochastic. Then, ito, balik man lang siya ng 30, sabi natin. So, kung masasabi na this is going to be a good buying opportunity. Okay? So, that's how I see it. Okay? So, that's why there will be no altcoin season in the first quarter. Okay? But anything can flip. Okay? Pero so the whole 2026, there is going to be an altcoin season or a multi-altcoin season. Hindi lang dalawa or tatlo. Hindi lang isa or dalawa. It will be tatlo. Okay? That's how I see it. Why? Is because this is the point. Okay, we are in a situation where, okay, we are trying to rediscover what will be the next narrative. If you don't see that, then I think there's a problem with you. You're just worrying about what you feel and what you think, okay? And ikaw na umaamin sa sarili mo na you really don't know what this market is, and kung ano yung pinagsasabi ni sir, so di ko rin naiintindihan, why do you listen to yourself? Why do you even listen to your feelings? Okay? So, quit your feelings, guys. Iwan nyo yun sa kama, magte-trade kayo, or magdadrama. Pipili lang kayo eh. Okay, gawin nyo yun sa kama nyo. Umiyak kayo doon. Pero pag nandito na, nagte-trade, hawag nyo yung cellphone nyo, mag-trade kayo, walang emosyon. Trade lang. Okay, kasi oftenly it will cloud your judgment, guys. Okay, but for now, tsismis lang ang lahat ng yon. Laan nyo pa rin aralin, pagnuwin, at kilusan. Sa gayon, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. Thank you. And God be the glory. Hindi pala God. Oh my gosh. Yahuwah, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Habab Hashem. Yahuwah. Maraming salamat and stay awesome. Goodbye.